and welcome to the show. We are here today on BeamNG Drive with another go at the kind of upgrading challenge. The way this works is pretty simple. We're going to do a series of heats. It's just a 2-lap race around a very tight circuit. At the end of each heat, you get one upgrade to apply to your car. Now, this can be a variety of different things, from turbos to brakes to tyres and all of that. At the end of our sort of series of 4 heats, we will then have a 4-lap main race to see who has got the best vehicle. The points are gained all the way throughout. It'll make sense as we go along. A couple of slight changes to the rules here this time around. You can't just... So engine swaps, you can swap the engine, but you've got to do it gradually. You can't just go from a base engine to a massively powerful one in one go. And tyre-wise, you can go to race tyres without having to change wheels first, because some wheels don't get race tyres and all of that. And also last place will get 2 upgrades, but this is last place that finishes, so if you wreck your car you will still only get 1 upgrade. We are off and we are underway. Admittedly, while the rest of us are at 0.1 in terms of power to weight ratio as a starting point, Shadow has been given special dispensation because that thing's got 3,000 horsepower, but it is barely drivable, so we're not really worried too much about it. I have gone for something a little bit different. I've not driven this before. We've got the Cherrier Ute. My hope is that it's a good starting point. We're going to clonk Segoya slightly through there. Yeah, I'm hoping this is a good starting point. We have had to add a box on the roof to get the weight to the right kind of point with this. I think in theory this is a good starting vehicle. It's got a 1.6 litre engine. It's not crazy fast, but apparently we've got more speed than the Hopper in all of this. Where do I need to brake here? Oh, don't know. Thought about having a big dive at Longbow's car there. Couldn't quite do it. We all got a little bit stacked up there. The Hopper has gone over the curbs in all of this. Oh, I can't actually hear. My car is incredibly quiet. There's almost no engine sound at all from this. We have pulled away from the vehicles behind. Speed Beast is, in the lead with the Lansdale. We are going to try and get to the inside of Longbow's SBR4. I mean, it's a very low power SBR4 in this. Right, God, there's no engine sound from my vehicle whatsoever, which does make it very difficult. Longbow's is struggling to turn at the moment. I don't know what I'm hearing. I don't know what vehicle I'm hearing particularly, but we are going to get past. It must be the SBR4 that I'm hearing. We are going to get past. We move ourselves into 4th place. Speed Beast continues to lead. We have got the Sunburst in front that has had issues getting stopped. I've just realised I have ABS, which I don't know if I want. One of the big concerns here is if we go for a big engine upgrade without doing brakes. Brakes, we can have problems with the vehicle overheating brakes, and ABS, I don't know how that's going to behave with overheating brakes. So we've got way more straight line speed than Segoya here. We will get on the brakes at the end of the straight. Speed Beast has gone wide. We're trying to cut underneath here. There's almost going to be room. There's just no engine sound from my vehicle at all. It's just really difficult to drive against. I don't know why. There is no engine sound. This is the final lap of the race. Can we send it around the outside of the Lansdale? We can, because we're on the inside now through here. We're going to wander wide. Speed Beast is going to cut back underneath. Does Speed Beast have the traction? I don't think they do. But then we've got a Sunburst and we've got the Hopper. Oh, we're still load of understeer. Oh, we've been put round and we have been spun out of the lead. Awesome. Awesome stuff. I love it. And there we go. Yeah. Well, we should have really won that, but we got wiped out. Yeah, disappointing. I raced it clean. We did a great pass. We did a fantastic pass, and then we got taken out in the final corner. What should have been a race. But the good news is my vehicle's fast. At the end of the day, that is the good news. We will have Amy will just cross the line ahead of Stevie, ahead of Joe, ahead of Shados. The collection of estate cars and big classic vehicles did not do very well at the end there. Well, it's time for an upgrade. I don't know what the hell I'm going to do, but it is time for an upgrade. So, we're on to the second heat race. Shadows has had 2 upgrades over there. We have gone for a big turbo. So, Shadow, we know, has put brakes on it. Joe has put a massive turbo in that. I'm not sure what Stevie's done in this. I think Amy's got a bit more power. Gliska's got an upgraded engine block. Longbow has a fair chunk of power going on in there. Rusky has insane amounts of power. They've put a variable boost turbocharger in that, and cranked it up, and I think it's going to blow the engine to pieces. Speedbeast changed the engine to a V8, but actually has less power now. But that's a good one going forward, because some of these upgrades here are about going forward. Looking to future rounds. I have got a race turbo on mine. In theory here, we are a quite good compromise in that we shouldn't blow the vehicle. Hopefully we shouldn't blow the engine block up. That is the goal here, while still, being significantly faster than we were. And I can actually hear my vehicle now. I heard someone's engine go pop. I think that was Longbow. I think Longbow's engine has exploded. I definitely heard a pop from someone. So that is one of the real concerns. Yeah, Longbow blew the engine up. That's one of the real concerns, is if you go too aggressive with your upgrades, then you can blow your engine to pieces. Stevie's got a little bit more speed in that thing. We are going to the outside. We will cruise past. Amy's got more straight line speed than me. Like, I have an amount of speed that is, not bad. Oh, okay, I have to brake earlier now for the hairpin. We've gone very wide. I'm like that I can actually hear my car this time around. But that's helpful. I feel sure Rusky... So Rusky has 400 horsepower. It's crazy how much power that thing has got, but I don't think the engine is surviving it very well. Now, the variable boost, we are allowed to tune like the variable boost. Oh, I figured out why I keep getting confused with the gears. So this has got some sequential gearbox in it that keeps changing me down to first when I don't want it to. So that's why I keep going down. That's why, yeah, okay, I figured it out. Oh well. We are at least kind of making up for the last runs. Not great. Oh, bloody hell. Segoya is here. I've been messing around. I've actually got to concentrate now because I've been messing around with the sliding the car about and whatnot. And Segoya has actually caught up with that thing. I really don't like the fact that it's auto downshifting. That is very annoying. We don't have a huge amount of traction in this car particularly. I'm kind of contemplating, what do you do? I think Rusky's engine has gone pop. Yeah, Rusky went way too powerful on the turbos. It is an idea. Thought I saw Segoya's car smoking back there, but I'm not sure if I did or not. We'll be earlier on the brakes. I don't like the ABS. That is just the downside of having like a more modern car, and this sort of config is it wants to have that sort of stuff on. You can keep beeping, you can keep flashing the lights. It's like the old touring car, good old distracto lights going on. I don't know why it really wants to put it in first, which is very unusual. But yeah, we will get out of the... Segoya's car is actually a bit better in the twisty stuff than mine, I think, weirdly. Oh, my tyres are terrible. Maybe Segoya upgraded tyres or something. Segoya is there. They're not going to be able to do anything. We're going to hold on. It is victory for the Cherrier Ute. We will take the victory here. It is going to be third place for Amy with the blue buck. Good run, actually, right there. It's a hell of a scramble here for the next position. Gliska is just going to take it from Speed Beast. Then comes Shados across the line. Then it is Joe and Stevie, and Shadow is out of control and across the line. Longbow blew up. Rusky blew up. They went too powerful in there as Shadows has a smoke ring as a celebration. Yeah, okay. I'm happy. My improvements worked. The improvements worked wonders on the Cherrier. That's what we like. So, we're on to the third of the heat races. Various things have been done. Quite a few of us have stuck slicks on the rear. Mine has it. Amy's has it. I think I've seen Gliska's has it. Segoya's doesn't, as far as I can tell, so that might have gone for more power. The vehicles at the front, of course, Rusky and Longbow have had to put reinforced blocks in their cars to, well, have them survive the amount of power, which is going to make them very fast, but it might mean they're going to struggle later on. My goal is to get some race tyres. Others are going to have to go for different strategies. We are off and underway. I might actually leave mine in. I hate driving and racing in automatic, but I might do it to stop the whole problem with it going down into first. It's got very interesting through this section. Shadow is all over the place with the radial engined monstrosity. We are going to have a look to the inside of some cars here. We've got a load of understeer because it's got so much traction. We've got race tyres. Jesus, I've got no answer to that power, but Shadow's got to keep that under control, of course. There's a world of understeer and pain for my vehicle, but honestly, if we could end up in third, I'd be happy with that because, oh, well, it might be better than third because Rusky and Longbow have managed to kind of crash into one another. But yeah, if we can end up somewhere relatively high up, I'm happy because I can then get race tyres and then we will have all of the grip in the world. We will be quick in the final sector. Not just yet. See, Segoya's not got what I have. Segoya's not on race tyres. Segoya's got more power in that thing, and Segoya is going to send it, and I'm going to have to just open the steering. That's okay. Like, this race here, we may hurt a little bit. Next race, I mean, we're going to be a full-on handling build next race. We've got traction. We've got so much more traction than the cars I'm currently racing. Oh, I can't quite. I mean, my car doesn't really like this because we've got mismatched tyres. It's horrible to drive at the moment. Longbow struggling for grip. Segoya struggling for grip. We're going to go maybe around the outside of Rusky. No, Rusky's going to put it in the fence on their own. Through there. I'm struggling immensely with that understeer. Rusky's still rolling. Rusky has really gone for a big flip there. Oh, dear. Okay, we move ourselves into third. Segoya is, you know, still up there with that. But as I said, that does not have the race tyres. And at this stage, it might be able to... yeah, I think they would get race tyres just by the end of this. They've done it a slight different way than me. But yeah. We're taking our pain in this race. This race here is not great for me. We are a bit down on power to the vehicles that I am currently racing against. Traction-wise, we're great. Galiska's not too far back. Shadow, I think, may have crashed the radial engine, finally. It was, I say, finally. Shadow's done a great job of keeping that thing under control for what is a very silly vehicle. It has so much power. We are right here. Oh, can we... They are so busy scrapping us. I mean, neither of them have got any sort of traction here between them, and I've got no steering. And we come around the final corner. Oh, we might get both of them because we've got traction. It's a run to the line. We're going to steal it from Longbow just. The race tyres did it. The race tyres. The traction out of the final corner. Joe crosses the line in fourth by the looks of it. Gliska in fifth. Oh, the race tyres steal at the end. Shadows has spun into the final couple of corners. By the looks of it, Shadow may have... Shadow's got really weird race tyres at the back. Shadow is across the line. Stevie is going to beat Shadows. Amy, something was wrong with that by the looks of it. That was quite quick in the previous round. I don't know what's happened to that. Rusky is still going, amazingly. Despite a tremendous roll, Rusky is still going here. Oh, Amy killed the brakes. Oh, Rusky can't really turn very well. So that both of these are broken. So both of these are horrifically broken. Rusky is going to take the place. Speed Beast is last. Speed Beast will get 2 upgrades. So yeah, Amy melted the brakes. That's what happened. That's what happened in that. My brakes were fine. My temperatures are fine. The Chariot going strong. So... we move to the final of our heats. We have got Speed Beast and Rusky are on the front row. Speed Beast's got a couple of upgrades. Speed Beast has a lot of power in that, but the cars at the front don't have slicks. I believe Amy has got slicks all round, I think, or race tyres on that. The Shadows has a bit more power, but there are some cars here very low on power. Gliska's got slicks all round, less power than me. We know Lombo has whacked up the the turbo pressure by the sounds of it. Segoya's got some slicks at the back, but no slicks at the rest. Segoya's going to have understeer for days. Yeah, Lombo, we might see another blown engine from the SBR4 in this. So you can, the turbo pressure is kind of just tuning, so that you are free to do that. I ended up messing it up last time. Segoya's start is going to be incredible on that thing. It's got more power than me, but it's going to have so much understeer. Now, one of the things I've got to be careful of, and I am legitimately concerned about here, is grip rolling for my vehicle. I didn't really think about, but now we've got slicks on the front. There's a really high possibility of falling over. Oh, Gliska's not got that stopped in time. There has been a mess. Oh, God, there has been a mess at the hairpin. My vehicle is bobbling around something horrible. Segoya is about to have a terrible accident, I think. That thing does not look very nice to drive. Well, don't think Lombo was going to know we were alongside. There's a lot of vehicles in a very small bit of road here. We are going to fight alongside Lombo here as we head down towards the hairpin for the first time. We are going to fire our car up the inside, but I got to be careful. We really want to roll over. My vehicle is absolutely desperate to try and fall over. Though I'd imagine if Segoya puts that on full slicks next time around, that might be even worse than me for the whole falling over. Oh, see, I want to be able to turn in more to these corners, but I can't. I don't know if I want to take the box off. That might be my best next upgrade. We'll be very low on power compared to a bunch of cars here, but that might actually be the way to go, because I can't... I don't know. It's difficult. It's very difficult to decide what the best approach is going to be here. We're up to 4th, which is good. Ruski's car is not nice to drive. It's still on its standard tyres. I mean, Ruski's kind of locked into that strategy now because you can't get that onto slicks anymore, because you don't really want to run with just one, front or rear axle on slicks. Speed Beast, I think, has blown their engine up, maybe. I was just not expecting that to stop. Yeah, Speed Beast is blowing their engine up. Or it's overheated, or so I presume it's blowing up. Either way, yeah, I just wasn't expecting that to suddenly not be moving coming out of the hairpin. Ruski full send across the grass there. Segoya is going to be full send in the braking zone at the hairpin. Can't stop it. I'm going to cut back because I have got grip on both of them. Please put your wheels on the ground, for God's sake. Ute. Right. Amy, I think, has got this in the bag. I mean, we've had a smashed up front end to our vehicle. That, however, it's not really affected us as we head towards the final couple of corners. God, what on earth do I do with this going into the final is a really good question. I don't know. I really don't know what to do with this car. We round the final turn. Amy is having issues of their own through here, but it will be Amy that takes victory. We are going to cross the line in a 2nd place. It was a good performance again from the Ute. Then it's Segoya, then Ruski, then Longbow, then Gliska, all in a line. Very, very close finish for all of those vehicles back there. Joe will finish next and flip, but good crash. Shadows is going to cross the line for the next position. Then it is Stevie. Then we have got... Speed Beast has got going again. I don't know what happened to that. I don't know whether it cut out. I assumed it broke or something. Oh, it's got serious handling issues along the way. But, yeah, Shadow is going to... Shadow's got punctured tyres. Don't quite know how that's happened. Shadow is going to cross the line. Speed Beast will come last. There is a big smash. Yeah, I mean, had we not rear-ended the minivan, I don't even know we could have caught Amy at that point. Yeah, I don't know if we could have done. I'm happy with my vehicle, but I really don't know what my next upgrade is going to be. Really not sure. We head to the final race. This is the main race, the feature race, if you will. It's 4 laps around here. Every vehicle, as I say, is as prepared as it is going to be. There are some notable things. Speed Beast has 1,000 horsepower in the Lansdale. Now, they have, because they were last, they got a couple of upgrades, but they don't have race tyres. I don't know how that's going to fare, and how some of the other upgrades are going to hold together. It might blow its engine up. I mean, we know Shadow's thing has many thousands, but it's a wacky contraption, and Shadow's just got to try and get it to the end. Stevie has got some slicks at the rear by the looks of it, and a bit of power. Shados has got a very nice looking truck, but not a huge amount of power going on. Joe has got some more power. I mean, the contenders to watch, Glisko has 400 horsepower and full slicks, which is good. Longbow has quite a chunk of power and is also on full slicks. Most of the cars at the back have gone this way. Rusky doesn't. Rusky's got 500 horsepower. Segoya has now got full slicks on the hopper with some 400 or so horsepower. I got rid of the box. With the way this car is and with the upgrade options I had, I didn't really have many options to increase power of this vehicle, and that didn't blow the engine up. The only upgrade I could really do, oh dear, it has been demo derby times off the line slightly. I was busy looking at my gears and not looking at what was going on around me. Oh, Shadow has had a monumental accident. Speed Beast has got turned across the front of everyone. We will shove the... okay, well, a little bit of oversteer. We don't have the rolling anymore, though. That is the plus point with this. We do not have the crazy grip roll from this. I mean, Glisko has got loads of power and has got slicks. If their engine holds together, because this is the other thing, this is the other really big thing, and the big questions that we have going on for cars is, will engines and brakes hold together through the whole time? Segoya was much braver than me down there. I should have and could have been way more aggressive under braking through that section, which, yeah, we probably should have been. Oh, okay, I got caught out. I got very much caught out by Segoya being a little bit earlier on the brakes than I was expecting, and then we had to bail on the turn-in. Now, have I clonked? Oh, I have done damage. I have done some serious damage to my own car. Very foolish thing to do, that one. Yeah, not very clever from me. We clipped the wall on the way through. Now, the plus point I'm going to have, the only plus point I've got, really, for my vehicle is it won't break down. We should still have good... so there's double points for this feature race. Now, my brakes shouldn't overheat. My engine shouldn't overheat. And I don't know whether some of these other cars are going to have problems. Certainly looks like Longbow is. Longbow... Although, actually, no, I think that's the desync. Longbow took damage to the front wheel that I think was a desyncy bit of damage. Because their front wheel, if it's as bent as it looks like on my screen, that would not be drivable. My car is now no longer drivable at high speeds. We've spun in an awfully dangerous place. Yeah, I'm really annoyed at myself in that. That's such a silly mistake we've made, and that might actually cost us this overall. And we've got spun again. Come on. I don't know why you put your nose. There's barely a gap there. Why are you bothering at that point? That's such a stupid place to try a maneuver like that, especially when you've got a car that doesn't have race brakes. In fact, doesn't have brakes. Yeah, well done, idiot. I'm really frustrated on that. I mean, we'd screwed up our car on our own, which, you know, that's on me. We got taken out of the lead in the first race, and our chance at fourth is probably gone in this one. Now, the rear wheel is it's barely drivable at this stage. I tell you what, it's a really frustrating... It's such a minor bump as well. I had a feeling I've done this before. I did this in a ute race where we just bent the rear wheel. It's just got that, well, excessive toe going on in the back of this. And this is pretty much all we can do. The thing that I'm going to have to do now is be very careful with the vehicle down here. I just got to not... I can't push anymore with the car. I think Segoya is starting to struggle with the truck. I think the hopper is starting to have problems. Yeah, I shouldn't be in the... I shouldn't have put myself in this place in the first place. We didn't really need to go for the dive on Segoya at that point. I certainly wasn't intending to. I think that's the thing. I just got caught out by Segoya braking earlier than I was planning on and trying to avoid it. We put ourselves in a dangerous place. Speedbeast's car has broken down. Longbow's is struggling. Glisko's got this one, I think, set if they don't overheat or melt the brakes on the final lap. We have got one more time around now. Amy with a big slide. Glisko miles out in front. We will kind of... say be a little bit careful. We can pick up places if any of the cars ahead have issues, which it looks like they might be starting to have problems. I have massive handling problem. I mean, it's tempting to try and whack my rear wheel on the wall to straighten it out, but there's a chance it falls off. Amy may be having an accident through there. No, got away with it. It looked like it was bouncing around something horrible. Come on. Come on. Ute. Oh, no, don't go too fast down here. Gliska, yeah, barring huge issues, Gliska's got this. Longbow's now really struggling on this lap as well. There's a lot of cars here that are distinctly hurting. I mean, it's these big stopping, big braking zones here that are going to be causing them grief. My temperatures have been fine throughout, honestly. We have barely got any more power than we started with. We started at 0.1 and we're at 0.166 in this. All I've done is gone for handling with my car. And I feel like... Segoya's going to get second. I feel like if we hadn't bent the wheel, second was easily in the offing in this. Frustrated with myself on that one. And I mean, yeah, if we hadn't got wiped out a second time, who knows? That will have cost us some points. I mean, the good news is we at least came home in 5th. Yeah. Well, we did very well in the heats, so let's hope I have managed to score enough points. Because, yeah, sadly... Yeah, frustrating final round in that one. There is Joe across the line. Speed Beast, we saw, broke down. It's the radial D series up against the Rush that has just not got enough power at this point. We have got just a couple of corners to go. The radial D series is all about the acceleration. However, it's got no handling whatsoever as we head around the final corner. Are we going to see any... Oh, look, look at the understeer. The Rush is trying to get to the inside. Can't do it. And as we head through the final turn, it's going to be the Radial D series that takes it. Shadows is across the line. In... what position is that? Oh, Stevie's still going. I was going to say second to last, but no, Stevie's got no brakes, I think. Stevie's brakes are gone on that. There are no brakes left on the Claria. It has had it. It's got power, but it has no brakes. Stevie's in the pit lane. What a way to finish. What a way to finish on that one. Bloody hell. And that is Stevie across the line in the pit lane. Well, who knows what the points are going to be in this one. You will find out now. I think my upgrades worked pretty perfectly. We just... Yeah, I had a bad final race. So, on to the results, and I have to say I am quite gutted about this one. Segoya would take victory, and it is with consistency, essentially. We would have to settle for second place in this one. Had I not been spun out of the first race, I would have won this one overall. I would have won by a single point, actually, from Segoya. When I outbraked myself, when I got caught out, with the braking, had I spun the other way round and not clonked the wall, I probably could have caught and repassed the cars ahead as their brakes were fading at the end of the race. Mine weren't. So... one mistake out of my hands, one a little bit foolish from me. In the end was incredibly costly. I think I had the best vehicle, I think I had the best upgrade path, but I got myself in some trouble my own making, some not. Yeah, I'm a little bit gutted, honestly. I think I did almost everything perfect with this one. Gliska would end up in third, and it's actually a really interesting... sort of case study, if you like, in this. Had been kind of really nowhere for a lot of this, but had built their car really well for the final round. Lots and lots of points on offer for the final round. I don't know whether I could have caught them had things gone better for me. And yeah, they ended up second because the double points of the final round is very, very significant. Amy had a very up and down event. Some very, very good races and some very not good races, but would end up in fourth. Tied on points with Longbow, but finishes higher based on their best sort of race finishing position. Longbow also had a bit of an up and down race. Blowing the engine up in race 2 kind of screwed them, but scored well in the rest of it. Rusky went for Mad Power. They end up next. Yeah, again, another blowing up engine. It was a very up and downy one for Rusky in this. Some very good races, some very not good races. Kind of ended up averaging out somewhere in the middle. Joe struggled a little bit to get performance out of that vehicle. Got a 4th place at one point, but struggled elsewhere. And then we have, it's actually a very, very close battle for not being last, essentially. Shadow, amazingly, with the radial engined D series, which admittedly was far higher than the power to weight ratio limit, but we allowed it because it was very, very silly. Didn't get last. Did not get last in this one. The attempt to try and make it drivable scored it some points, at least. Speedbeast and Stevie would be tied on points. Speedbeast taking it based on their sort of best finishing position. Stevie and Shadows just struggled to get enough speed out of their respective vehicles. Even though, you know, Shadow's got a couple of upgrades at some points. Yeah, they really, really struggled to get the pace out of those. And once they fell behind, they actually did kind of struggle a little bit to get the vehicles fast enough. It's really interesting. I know we talked about the points here. Yeah, this would be a little bit of a long section, perhaps more than normally. But yeah, it's really interesting. With a couple of tweaks to the rules that we've had going on here, has made it. I really like this challenge. It's fascinating to see because everyone's compromised at the end of the day. Everybody's vehicle is compromised in some ways. Segoya, Longbow's vehicles were really, really struggling with brakes. Amy's vehicle was really struggling with brakes. Mine wasn't struggling with brakes, but I had a terrible gearbox going on in all of that. And I didn't have the power. With the way I upgraded my car, I focused on handling. So my vehicle wasn't having brake issues, but I just didn't have the straight line speed of the other cars. So, yeah, slightly gutted. I'm still slightly gutted, but it was a really interesting challenge, this. Really interesting racing. And, yeah, really quite a good fun challenge. I love this format. That, though, is going to be it for this video. Thank you all very much for watching. And until next time, goodbye.